On a cold March afternoon, when dark clouds gather over the city skyline and rain begins to fall in a steady, rhythmic pattern against rooftops and pavement, Spider-Man swings between buildings, not in pursuit of villains, but guided instead by a faint and fragile sound that trembles beneath the echo of thunder. As the downpour intensifies into a soft, musical rhythm, tapping against metal railings and streetlights, a gentle acoustic melody seems to rise with the wind, and beneath a shadowed city bridge, Spider-Man hears the desperate whimpering of tiny puppies huddled together inside a soaked cardboard box that offers no protection from the freezing air. He lands quietly on the wet concrete, raindrops sliding from his mask as he kneels beside the trembling strays, whose fur is matted with rain and whose small bodies shiver from cold and fear. And in that instant, the mission becomes clear, because true heroism sometimes begins not with battle, but with compassion. The melody grows warmer as Spider-Man gently lifts the box away from pooling water and scans the bridge structure above, calculating how his webbing can be transformed from a tactical tool into a lifeline of warmth and safety. With swift yet graceful movements that match the rhythm of the falling rain, he fires strands of high-tech webbing across steel beams and pillars, weaving them together into waterproof layers that form insulated shelters strong enough to withstand the biting wind, yet soft enough to cradle fragile lives. The music shifts into a playful percussion beat as he works faster, spinning circular web walls that deflect the rain and stretching flexible strands into glowing hammocks that lift each puppy safely off the freezing ground, turning the construction into a dance of creativity against the storm. One by one, he tucks the shivering puppies into their custom webbed nests, adjusting the tension carefully so each hammock supports them like a gentle embrace. And slowly, their cries soften into quiet whimpers as warmth begins to replace fear. The rhythmic rain continues to fall, but something changes in the atmosphere as nearby apartment windows glow brighter and curious neighbors step onto balconies, drawn by the unusual sight of a superhero building shelters instead of fighting crime. The gentle melody expands into layered instruments as community members hurry toward the bridge, carrying blankets, towels, and bowls of warm food, inspired by Spider-Man's example and ready to transform a lonely rescue into a shared act of kindness. Spider-Man coordinates the volunteers with fluid gestures and encouraging words, guiding them to wrap each puppy carefully, distribute nourishment, and reinforce the webbed sanctuary, while the music swells into a harmonious chorus symbolizing unity born from compassion. The storm still rages beyond the bridge, yet beneath it, a small haven now glows with warmth, laughter, and teamwork, proving that even in harsh weather, a single act of care can spark collective hope. As evening approaches and the rain begins to soften, Spider-Man leads the group toward a nearby community center, whose doors open to reveal families waiting inside, their faces lit with anticipation and kindness as they prepare to welcome new companions into their homes. The musical score rises into a heartfelt ballad, while each puppy is gently introduced to loving arms, tiny paws resting against warm coats as bonds form instantly between vulnerable lives and families ready to protect them forever. Spider-Man pauses to share a quiet reminder that adopting a pet is not a temporary rescue, but a lifelong promise of shelter, nourishment, patience, and unconditional care, turning the focus from saving the moment to sustaining a future. One by one, the puppies leave the community center cradled safely, their earlier fear replaced with comfort and excitement, and the transformation from abandoned strays to cherished family members becomes the emotional peak of the rainy day journey. Outside, the storm clouds part to reveal a clear evening sky brushed with soft golden light, mirroring the shift from darkness to hope that has unfolded beneath the city bridge. A final, gentle lullaby drifts through the air as Spider-Man steps outside and prepares to swing back into the night, knowing that sometimes the greatest victories are quiet and unseen, yet echo deeply in the lives they change. He leaps gracefully into the open sky, leaving behind not just repaired webs, but renewed faith in the power of compassion, and the city feels warmer than before, because kindness has spread from one hero to many hearts. The adventure closes with a simple truth carried on a fading melody, that strength is not measured by defeating enemies, but by protecting those who cannot protect themselves. And anyone who chooses to help the vulnerable can become a hero in their own neighborhood. As the last note of music fades and the city lights shimmer against freshly washed streets, the story invites every viewer to support local shelters, adopt responsibly, and remember that even the coldest storm can be transformed by the glow of compassion.